thought for a while of making the film a black and white video because we just couldn't get the money for it. And then finally, when I think De Niro was able to we slipped it in, we figured, well, it's a labor of love. Nobody really is going to respond to it, I guess, but it has to be made because we all had a very strong attachment to it. We didn't verbalize, we never verbalized, myself and De Niro, but we really felt that it was something that we all are living through. We started doing the business with the gun, which is it, with scripted, which, oh, come on, I got you, whatever, he's doing that with his face. And he suddenly got into a rhythm, particularly, are you talking to me? And I remember saying that again. And I'm not saying that I told him to say it again, but I kept on asking him. What we often do is I just have the actor repeat it. We do it now where, take one has 6 times, 7 times in it, or 5 times. So you create the atmosphere, and you make it as easy as possible for them to take their time if they're onto something. Take the time, even if you have to get out of there in 15 minutes. That's the thing. If the actor, or he or she, is moving and they're on a level that you feel is just taking it to transcendental moments. I mean, for the film, I'm talking about, but for the experience that I'm having there, I know that. I could tell that. Now, about 9 or 10 minutes of film really ultimately winds up in the picture in terms of the fight scenes, but it took 10 weeks to shoot the fight scenes. I mean, for me, there was no difference between the ring and the kitchen and the sidewalk and the street and a car and the bedroom. It's all the same. So, and different levels of intensity. And so the ring is just, that's an aside from what he does in his life. That's like oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna go fight Sugar Ray. Yeah, I'll see you later. That's it. No, he's gonna go home, he's gonna do his brother, his wife, his parents. It's just the man's struggle. It's a man's struggle and a man looking for something. Ultimately, by the end of the picture, I think he finds at least a little comfort with himself. Goodfellas was, I read the review of the book, and when I was doing Color and Money, Nick Pileggi's book, Wise Guy, Irwin Winkler and I were talking. He said, do you like that book? I said, yeah, Irwin buys it. Irwin's the producer of Raging Bull, New York, ultimately Goodfellas, Rocky, all these movies. And he bought it. I got to meet Nick, and I had a way of making the picture. I just knew it. And we worked on the script together for like a year and a half or so. And there was a paragraph, and I had designed pretty much all the shots. It was almost, shooting the movie was almost an afterthought, except for the improvisation sometimes with the actors, and particularly the section that Joe Pesci wanted to put in, which is, do you think I'm funny? Which actually had happened to Joe. And so we worked on that and wrote it up and added that scene. But basically, the idea of his taking it to the Copacabana, this is like to the court of Versailles. I mean, he's like next to the king, in a way. And he's treated like the highest courtier, and he's like, I don't know, I had gone to the Copa a lot. The Copa, when I was growing up in my area, was considered, you can't get me, that's it, that is Valhalla, that's the, you can't get me. You might as well kill a dog, put it at your feet, burn the whole place, that's a Viking funeral, let's go. That's, the gods are there, Sinatra performs there, what more do you want? I don't understand, When we were old enough in our late teens to get in there, especially for proms at the end of the school, at the end of high school, let's say, 4 years. A few times we got a table and it was in the front. We thought, this is great. They're close to the front anyway. You could see something. It was amazing. And just when the show was about to start, the table would come in and these big guys would come and sit down. And we never got to the front. If Teddy is imagining, or if that, it's not even imagining, to Teddy, that's real. This is all real.
Because we're inside.
We're inside him. Yeah. And if a person has something here and they hear voices, those voices are real. That is real. There are times that I've seen something go by and it wasn't there, but I could swear it was real. I mean, because of being tired, starting to wear glasses, you see things differently. So it's our perception of reality, particularly in an age when we have all this internet, we have all this information coming at us. And there is no such thing as a true image. Everything's doctored. Everything could be doctored. We can't trust anything. So how do we perceive reality? What is reality? Now let's take you through this man's life.